Alright everyone, I'm cooking down about 2.5 pounds of ground meat, and I reached for my corn, my stewed tomatoes, because I was thinking about doing this. I was thinking about doing spaghetti. However, I saw some other stuff in the cabinet. I kind of got intrigued. So I'm removing the stewed tomatoes, and what I saw was this manwich that I had picked up a while back. I was like, you know what? I still want to keep my corn. I'm kind of intrigued with the manwich, but Maylee and I love mushrooms. I was like, you know what? What else do I have in here? I also have this can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. I was like, you know what? I wonder, since I had this, I wonder if I still had the other can that I usually get with this. And I do. So, it went from about to make spaghetti with my protein pasta to now I have no clue what this could be considered, and I'm really intrigued. I'm kind of debating on it, trying to figure out how this flavor will all come together. Essentially, there'll be mushrooms and corn. Pretty much the seasoning is going to come from the manwich, and then going to have these two. Ooh, I don't know. It seems kind of interesting. I think I'm going to go with it, see what happens. It's just Maylee in here tonight, so Maylee and I, so she pretty much will eat anything, and I pretty much eat anything, so we'll figure out how this goes and go from there. I'll let y'all know. All right. All right, cook your 2.5 pounds of ground meat. I'm gonna brown it. Then I'm gonna drain any excess grease. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in 1 pack of taco seasoning mix. I'm gonna add in my mushrooms. I'm gonna add in a can of corn. All right, so now the taco seasoning, mushrooms, and corn is all mixed in. I had the heat on 3, so for me, that's gonna be just low heat. Now it is kind of noteworthy to say I am putting in this manwich, but keep in mind I did put in the taco seasoning. That's just because this manwich is only for 1 pound of ground meat, and I'm doing 2.5 pounds. So I figured I'd go ahead and throw in the packet of taco seasoning to give it a little extra flavor, and I like Mexican, so this works out perfectly. Alright, now that I have the manwich in there, I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat up just a little bit more to about low medium heat. Alright, and it is also noteworthy to say I had the water boiling because I'm going to go ahead and use this Brahmi protein pasta to put this over. Now, if you haven't tried this stuff before, it tastes just the same as regular pasta. However, one key factor, if it'll focus, is that this actually has 12 grams of protein per serving. And in this box, there are 7.5 servings. So, I mean, to me, that works out fantastic. And then I have the 2.5 pounds of ground meat. Everything else is just for flavoring purposes, such as I'm gonna throw in this cheese here in a little bit. As you can see, it's not exactly a nutritional value. However, it's gonna give it some more flavor. I don't go too crazy on the health kick. However, I do like to have higher protein sources, but then I also want it to taste good. That way my kids are more likely to actually eat it. And overall, this is turning out fantastic. This is not by any recipe. I'm literally making this video also so I remember how this turns out. If I like it, I'll know what the ingredients were again. So, alright, I'm gonna continue forward. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and put these diced tomatoes and green chilies in. And then I'm gonna put the lid on. Alright, so now this is what it's looking like. I have the diced tomatoes and chilies in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on. Let this simmer for a little while. About to start putting in the pasta. Alright, let's take a sneak peek, see what's going on in here. Oh yeah, it's turning out fantastic. I'm gonna let this simmer for a little while, let the flavors kind of run all over the place. And then we're gonna throw the cheese in just a few. Pasta's doing pretty good. Alright. already opened it and added it, but add in the gourmet nacho cheddar cheese sauce. Still not really sure how this is going to turn out, but there it is. I'm about to mix it in and see what happens. Alright, the pasta is done. I already drained it into the colander. Now I'm about to rinse it a little bit. Alright, now normally with pasta, what I would end up doing, so spaghetti in particular, is I'd keep the spaghetti noodles separate from the sauce of whatever kind that is. And the reason being is because some people like to have more noodles, some people like to have less noodles. I'm actually normally the one that likes to have less noodles. However, this is different because this is protein pasta. Well, something I learned in particular about this pasta with this particular pan is it doesn't quite want to fit exactly, so I'm going to very carefully have to stir this. Future reference, I might have to use a bigger pan next time or decrease 1 can of something next time. Whatever the case is. Man, this is like, ooh, Lord. This is going to be fun. So I'm about to stir this all up. And like I said, since I'm normally the one that doesn't like to have extra pasta, but this is protein pasta. So the pasta is just as good as the actual sauce that I'm eating with. So it's all good to me. So anyway, I'm going to stir all this up. Let's see what it looks like. All right, I take that back. It all actually stirred up quite nicely, and it all fit. So what I'm gonna do is I actually have the stove on low. Go ahead and let this kind of simmer a little bit. That way some of the flavors can get in the noodles a little bit more. Not really simmer, just really, it's on low. So just gonna let it kind of bond together with the flavors and everything. That way you don't have plain noodles blended with a lot of sauce stuff. So let's see what that turns into here. I'm gonna set the timer on for about 5 minutes, and this should be good to go. All right, so this is what the final product looked like. Mine being in the green bowl, Maylis is in the orange bowl. I gave myself the amount that I want. I gave her the amount that she may possibly eat, but I didn't want to give her too much in case she didn't eat a whole lot of it. So there we go. That way you can see a little better. That way, just in case she doesn't eat all of hers, I'll just eat the rest of hers, and then I'm good. But I don't know. About to find out what I think about it, what she thinks about it. This should be interesting. All right, I'm videoing Mayli's bowl. She didn't want to be on the video.
It's really good.
1 to 10.
10.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
good.
do you like this more or the way that I normally make spaghetti?
Maybe this. I don't know.
Or you just like the variety? It's definitely different.
Yeah, I like that. Plus, I like the mushrooms.
Yeah. Well, the mushrooms would be in the spaghetti anyway.
Well, yeah, I like both though. I like this a lot.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Let me try it. Oh, it's like really zoomed in. There we go. All right. Let's see. And it does taste pretty good. Dang. Definitely different. It's almost like a Mexican spaghetti.
I know, like, I definitely taste the ground meat.
Okay.
I don't know, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's really good.
Okay. Cool. And there you have it. There's a little close-up of what's going on in there. All right. 1 to 10, what'd you say? What number?
10.
10? Ooh. All right. I have to keep this one in mind. Good thing I videoed it. That way I remember what's in here.